rolling, rolling, till them rings are golden. Elephants are rolling, roll tide. For rain and wind and weather, we'll band together. The Baron
and for Alabama, they fall all the way to 15, lowest ranking since 2010. Here to help us break it all down, the one and only Paulie Feinbaum. Hey, Paul.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, morning. All right, Paul, Alabama's CFP chances, are they over?
They're close to being over. They have a razor-thin margin, and I'm sure nobody will agree with me, but let me lay it out. If they run the table, they will get in. But here's the problem. They have Missouri this weekend, manageable, but in 2 weeks, they go to LSU, where I don't think they can win. So I'll be an optimist and say there's a thin margin, but for the most part, their chances are getting very narrow.
It's crazy how much these percentages have changed since the season started. Preseason, we probably just had to look at LSU and Georgia. Now, a lot of these percentages, everybody got a chance. Everybody looking on their schedule like Jim Carrey. So you're telling me there's a chance? Right now, our play depends on our defensive play. If the defense show up, maybe we have a chance. If they don't show up, it's an automatic loss. We usually look at Missouri like a passing Vanderbilt team. We ain't even studying them for real, but even a banged up Missouri team a threat versus us right now.
Stephen A?
I don't feel that way. I don't feel they have a chance. I know theoretically, based on history over the years, teams with 2 or 3 losses, about 52 of the teams, an average of 5 since 2014, finished ranked in the top 11 or once the final rankings came out for a season with 2 or 3 losses on their docket. I get that part, but I'm so disgusted with what I've seen from Alabama. I mean, the hell with Roll Tide. We can't say Roll Tide.
I'm going to let you get your rocks off, Steve, because you have supported us big time in the past, whether it's sarcasm or whether you really believe in it. You really go hard for Bama when we need you to go hard. So go ahead and let us have it, man. I get it.
We can't say, you know, listen, Kalen DeBoer doesn't seem like the right man for the job. This is a man that's won at every level. He's a 2-time national champion at NAIA. He went to the national championship game for Washington. He was a 2-time Pac-12 coach of the year. But this dude is no Nick Saban.
That's the problem. Y'all keep looking for this man to be Nick Saban, to win like Nick Saban, to act like Nick Saban. He is not Nick Saban. But just like you say, this man has won at every level. And right now, even in these games, if y'all feel he don't have the locker room, if everybody ain't acting right, whatever, we still have chances to win. It's not the coach. Even if we're not calling the best plays for Miro every time, we still have chances to win. It's not the coach or the OC overall. I gave a lot of blame to the OC this year, and he still put Miro in some bad situations. But a lot of time, Miro is in good and great situations, and we still have nothing to show for it. Y'all got coaches finna get fired, other players finna get benched just because this man can't see a 5-yard open receiver 5 yards down the field. Y'all act like Alabama just started having player issues this year. We've been going through that for the last few years. Not just last year with Nick, the last couple years when it started with all the penalties. And now y'all gonna add money to the situation. Nick Saban don't even like to coach rich young players. That's why he left the NFL. If we could just make a quarterback play like tucking the ball and running with it when ain't nobody open, y'all wouldn't even be talking about off the field issues or fairy tale injuries. Y'all just searching for something because it looks so bad. Some people say he need an OC like Lane Kiffin. It don't matter what OC you bring in. You bring in Lane Kiffin and try it, then it don't go right. Oh, Lane Kiffin ain't who we thought he was. Lane Kiffin falling off. He don't call plays like he used to. Quit trying to blame all the coaches when you got a player that can't be the player you want him to be. We see what they want and say what they don't.
Boy, do we miss Nick Saban. If I was Alabama, Shannon, I'd beg Nick Saban to leave college football game day and come back in the middle of the damn season. I'm so disgusted with what I've seen from them so much. And I mean, it looks like they hired the wrong guy. They should have went and got Dan Lanning from Oregon.
How you gonna say some dumb ish like that when Dan Lanning can't even beat this coach? He has a better coaching record than Dan Lanning, has beat Dan Lanning head to head multiple times. He's just in a better situation than Dan and worse situation than Dan at the same time, meaning I got a better program, better system, better overall situation, but I got a quarterback that's not built for what I'm doing, and I'm politically inclined to start this guy right now or the whole fan base might turn on me. Half of them. Let me show you how stupid you sound, Steve. Imagine that debate videos was as big as reaction videos, and you had 3 debates with Skip Bayless, Steve, and he had better notes, better research department than you, a better overall system than you. But you won all 3 debates. And I got the newest show about the next top debater, and they saying who I want to join my show. Do I want Steve or Skip? Steve, you 3-0 versus Skip, but I go and pick Skip. How stupid would that sound, Steve? And Skip had a better research department than you, and you still beat him 3 times in a row. But I still go and pick Skip. That's picking Dan Lanning over the boys. I don't care about who rah-rah and who hollering in each other's face and who sound the most like Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. What's the outcome? What's the record? What's the head-to-head like? Forget who hollering the most. If we can just hit a simple pass here or tuck and run now, just some simple stuff, we win and y'all wouldn't even be talking like this. So now, Alabama didn't make the wrong hire. Alabama just forced to play with the cards they dealt. And right now, we've dealt Miro, and we just got to roll with it until it's over. It is what it is. Every time we get team success, even if it's in these struggle games, every time we get the W, it all goes back down to just another win. Forget all the messed up stuff. It's another win for our blatant quarterback. But soon as we lose, nothing goes on him. It's on everybody else. But when we win, all praises to Jalen, like the last year SEC championship when he missed every third down, every possible third down we could have made, but we still pulled that game out and y'all act like he was the best player in the nation. When that boy almost blew our game over and over and over. Go back and look at the video. The video don't lie. But since we get the W, everything is forgotten. But soon as we get the L's, nothing on Jalen. Everything is on everybody else around him. Everybody around him.
Okay, the personality to go from Nick Saban to LeBoy, it just seems like night and day. The level of accountability, the defense, the fluidity. I mean, the rough riders. You don't seem to be there. You know, listen. It's bad. It's because not only did they have 2 losses in the last 3 weeks, they should have lost to South Carolina.
This is very true. And like I said, thanks for the defense for coming through for us. Because like I said, if the defense don't show up, it's automatic L's. Because the offense is tripping every game. Could have lost to South Florida too.
They should have lost 3 straight. I'm very, very disgusted, Shannon. I'm very disgusted at what I'm seeing. This is not what we expected. It almost seems like the AD said, you know what? I've been so exhausted dealing with Nick Saban over the last years. I need somebody that's a bit more pleasant and ain't going to hold me too accountable or something. I just don't like what I'm seeing at Alabama right now. I'm very disgusted.
Unless you're saying he would have been better off under Dan Lanning and just running RPO Oregon-style plays all day, and he would have been better off in that situation with just straight-up legs, then that's different. But that wouldn't even work because the guy don't like to run. His legs are obsolete in his approach to the game. So the argument you making is irrelevant. You just saying because the boy don't act like Nick and Dan them that he ain't the right hire. That's crazy. It's almost a no-win situation calling plays for this guy. And we calling the right plays for the majority of the time outside of trying to pass inside the 10-yard line. But far as the whole field, we calling the best plays possible, and it's just nothing we can do. It's a no-win situation.
Yeah, Paul, I'm going to let you be the optimist, but I'm going to be the pessimist. I don't see a situation where they go into LSU and win that ball game. I thought the Vanderbilt game really killed them when you looked at their schedule, knew they had to go play on the road at Knoxville, know they have to go on the road at Death Valley. The likelihood of them escaping those with wins didn't seem very, very likely. And as Stephen A. said, they probably should have lost to South Carolina. They probably really should have. And I think the biggest issue is, look, who in the hell other than Coach Bryant was Nick Saban at the college level? Nobody. There's only been the two greatest college coaches actually coached at the same university, Coach Bryant and Coach Saban. So nobody is Nick Saban other than Coach Bryant, and nobody's Coach Bryant other than Nick Saban. But Jalen Milroe, Stephen A., he hasn't played well. And what he needs to understand is that he doesn't have the team that can overcome his mistakes.
And we so bad on offense that I need the offense to understand we can't even convert a first down if we get 1 penalty. So offense, please help us out. No penalties. We get 1 penalty and that drive pretty much over. It's already a struggle for us to get 10 yards. 1 penalty will kill our drive. I'm watching other football games every week. 1 penalty, they go back. Next thing you know, they get them yards back and some more and keep going down there to score. Us, it don't matter who we playing. If it's Vanderbilt, if it's USF, if it's Western Kentucky, it don't matter. If you get 1 penalty on our offensive drive, that damn drive damn near over.
He threw an interception into the end zone that took points off the board. And that last interception to end the game, he stared the receiver down. The DB made a great play. He didn't drop it. And that's the thing what you got to do. When someone makes a mistake, you make them pay the ultimate price by getting a turnover and completing the act. So, yeah, I don't see it, Paul. Honestly, I do not see them making, and it's going to be sad because you have this expectation level of them winning 10, 11 games every single year.
Yeah.
I can theoretically see them probably losing 3 or 4, 3 games for sure. I don't see them beating LSU in Death Valley, but would I be surprised if they lost the 4th game? No, I wouldn't.
We've had plenty of chances to have this ball rocking and rolling. But because we can't hit some simple reads or just do the simple quarterback mechanics like tuck and run, now we want to blame everybody, point fingers all over Tuscaloosa, point fingers all over the 205 when we already know what's the problem. Roll Tide.